Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and I'm going to be having lunch at the pub and restaurant in Lincoln Square. A lovely view of Lincoln Square whether you're inside or outside, and it's a nice sized dining room, and on the other side of the entrance is the bar. Rather large menu, so I'll go through it kind of quickly. If you want a closer look, feel free to pause. And some various ads and sponsors. This place has had a number of names over the years. When I was a college student, this was called, I believe, Wolf's Pub. It was more of what my father used to call a gin mill. I mean, we would come here on Monday nights for a pitcher of beer and a basket of pretzels. It wasn't a place you normally thought to come to eat. Then in April of 1996, a new owner took over, really made it nice, modern. Did quite a bit of redecorating and made what they call a menu that consists of a finer casual cuisine. Unfortunately, and I'll put a photo that's on the menu, there was a tremendous fire, destroyed the place in February of 2001, but they rebuilt it. Looks the same as it did before the fire. It reopened in February of 2002. Okay, I'm starting out. My appetizer is pretzel twists, hot, soft pretzels with marinara dipping sauce. Okay, we'll give these a try. Okay, your standard salt pretzel, hot out of the oven, kind of buttery. Marinara is good. Maybe a little salty for my taste, but I'm sure I'm in a minority. I think people generally like their pretzels with a lot of salt. But all in all, good appetizer. Okay, here is my main course. It's called Grimster's Diablo. It is linguine with a sauce consisting of tomatoes, Cajun spices, cayenne pepper, Tabasco. It also has spicy sausage, shrimp, onions, and green peppers. The waitress actually asked me if I wanted it light, medium, or hot. I asked for light simply because I remember this from years ago, and it was getting hotter and hotter to the point where all you could taste was the heat. You couldn't taste the food. And I said to the waitress, I'd rather be safe than sorry, so we'll give it a try here. Okay, here we go, Grimster's Diablo. First, I'll just have a little bit of linguine with the sauce. Okay, very nice. Again, I ordered this light, but I still taste a little bit of heat. Tastes like your standard Italian sausage. The shrimp is good, peppers and onions. Everything's very tasty. The pasta is done properly. It's not overcooked. Very nice. And for dessert, their famous carrot cake. And just to give you an idea, there it is next to my hand. And here we go with the carrot cake. Okay, it's a very dense yet still moist carrot cake. Very tasty, but not overly sweet, which I like. The cream cheese icing on it and between the layers adds just enough sweetness that you don't need more. A nice caramel drizzle over it. There's pineapple in with the carrot cake. A very tasty dessert. And here is the bill. Alright, I figured I'd come out in the square because it's getting kind of full in there and they do seem a little short-staffed, so I didn't want to take up the table and slow them down anymore. This pub restaurant was, for a time after the current owner took over up until the mid-2000s, this was my go-to restaurant whenever I was in town. This was the first time I've been in there in 14 years. And there's a reason. I mean, it's a gorgeous place. The decor is great. There's nothing wrong with the food. It was a very tasty meal. But they started cutting the menu down so that, you know, I'll often, if I'm in town for a week, I might go to the same restaurant 3 or 4 nights. But when there are fewer menu items I like, I don't go as often. And it seems we're in a society where everything is a sandwich or a burger, and I'm not always the biggest fan of that. But anyway, the menu was cut. They started really jacking up the prices. I mean, right now, sandwiches start at $12, run to $18.75, and the $12 sandwich is vegetarian, no meat. Burgers start at $13.25, run to $16.75. Salads start at $11.25 up to $19.75. Honestly, the entrees are some of the most reasonably priced items. What I had was an entree, but keep in mind, when you buy an entree, that's exactly what you get. You don't get a salad, you don't get any bread, you don't get any side dishes. I ordered that plate of pasta, and plate of pasta is what I got. The desserts run $13 to $19.50. That piece of carrot cake I had was a $20 piece of carrot cake. The other thing was the items that were on the menu were getting hotter and hotter. When I deliberately today ordered items that I remembered on the menu from the last time I was here 14 years ago. And today they offered me the option on that Grimster's Diablo of light, medium, or hot. And I chose the light, and I'm glad I did, because it was enough to break a sweat and make my nose run. I mean, my eyes weren't watering, but my nose was running. And you know what they say, if your nose runs and your feet smell, you're built upside down. But all kidding aside, those 3 things, a smaller menu, inflated prices, and more just whatever the dish was, it was like a dish of hot sauce. So you know, was it worth it? I think the experience was worth it. The food is good, but it's very high priced. It's something that if you're in town, you might enjoy. It's a lovely place. You're going to get tasty food. You're going to pay for tasty food. The location is great because it's right on Lincoln Square. You can look out at the square. That is my review of the pub restaurant in Gettysburg. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you.